Hey guys, welcome back to Raid Shadow Legends. In today's video, we are talking Spiders Stage 20. I'm going to be going through my free-to-play team. Now, this one, unfortunately, they did remove Supreme Gallic as a code. Just jumping in editing here because I'm updating this a while after I made the video, but he is still available for a little bit. Well, once he goes away, we do have the Desert Queen code with Tagoar, who does have the ability to debuff spread, and I've made a download link that has Elenaril in there, who is a single target burner, so we do have some sort of play around option for that. But like I said, this one we're looking through will involve my account where I had the Supreme Gallic, which is still available for a little bit of time. I can't remember the exact finish date, but just wanted to make that clear as you guys are looking forward if you're jumping into it right now. So for any new players coming in, this is going to be a lot trickier for you guys, and you are going to have to rely on units that you pull. Supreme Gallic was amazing because he has the AoE HP burn, which basically enables you to do spiders really easily. If you don't have that, you're probably going to have to get a HP nuker or another AoE burner to really be effective in this boss. I just want to be perfectly clear about that. My whole premise of this was to use my new download link, which gives us the Mausoleum Mage, Fayne, Tagoar, and Deacon Armstrong, and then you use Supreme 6 to get the Supreme Gallic, and you could do all of this stuff. Unfortunately, they took that away. I didn't know they were going to take it away. So now the go-to would be for me is Alice, but just note, you're going to struggle in spiders if you get Alice, at least this early on, because if we look at my account, we are on day 26 of logins. So hopefully, after a bit longer, just note, if you do take Alice, you will be able to build a very strong Demon Lord team. Hopefully then you can just spend some time doing some Nightmare Demon Lord, get some shards, hopefully pull yourself an AoE burner or one of those HP nukers, whether it be Cold Heart, which is a rare void, or any of the epic AoE HP burners. Hopefully, and like I said, unfortunately, it just is what it is. I was hoping Gallic would stay, and unfortunately it took him away. But let's go through this and talk you guys through my team and some different options that you can have here. So the thing with the spider is, essentially, you have two different options. You can nuke the spider and turn gauge manipulate it so that the spider doesn't attack. If you are doing that strategy, I also like the idea of controlling the spiderlings with some AoE control. There's no real reliable free-to-play AoE controller. You can see here I've got Husk. Husk is a great one for this in spiders because he has the AoE. It's got a 60% chance when booked to stun, but it also does damage proportionate to enemy max HP. So he is a good one. I will eventually build him up. He is a great one for doing some of that AoE damage. Like I said, AoE burners are really good. Sorry, AoE damage, but also the AoE control. So any sort of AoE freeze, stun, anything like that is going to be very valuable here. A lot of people will also use Armature into the spider, which is Armature here, as you would have seen him in my Fire Knight video, because he can just turn gauge, manipulate the boss, and stop the boss from doing the bigger nuke on you. But once again, if you are doing that, you really need to be controlling those spiderlings, because the spiderlings are what's going to really kill you in the end. So controlling them, killing them, or just letting them do their thing but having them burnt so that they kill the boss before they can kill your entire team is going to be key. And when I say so they kill the boss before they kill your entire team, Tagoar is going to be a huge one for this because having revives is going to allow you to get through this. Now, Spider Stage 20, which is the one we're looking at because this is what you have to do for the Arbiter missions, is a spirit stage, and Tagoar is magic, meaning he is the last one on your team, or should be one of the last ones on your team, that is going to get attacked by the spiderlings, meaning they can even punch through everyone else in your team. Tagoar can just revive them all back, and then you can reset and go again. Now, I like Mausoleum Mage in this team because he can put his immunity up on himself. Now, mine is on Relentless gear, meaning he can get an extra turn and strip his own immunity. It is what it is. I mean, it doesn't matter. I still get through it. But yes, I like having him as a tank for it because he puts immunity on himself, and then the spiders keep attacking into him, but Tagoar can heal him, Tagoar can shield him, and that first wave of spiderling attacks is essentially just going to do nothing to Mausoleum Mage because it's not going to land any poisons on him. Then I have Fayne in here for the defense break and the weaken, and then Deacon Armstrong in here for more turn gauge manipulation to just go ahead and get the job done, and the speed lead is really nice. Like I said, we rely on AoE HP burns from the Supreme Gallic, put them on the spiders, let the spiders attack, and then it's kind of GG's. Otherwise, you can do massive HP nuking. On my other account, I pulled Nut. If you have a Cold Heart, something like that, you can definitely go for those strategies, or you can go for the keep attacking the boss, turn deny the boss, and stun the spiders. Those are your strategies, but this was my free-to-play strat on this one. Once again, I could probably remove the Mausoleum Mage or the Fayne or the Deacon and put in Armature if I wanted to, but I just don't need to do that. So let's jump in and take a look at a run And I've farmed this a little bit to try and get some accessories. And yeah, I haven't had a failure yet. So the other thing is I want to mention with Spider, if you can't do 20, don't stress. If you can do 10 and you're looking to just, get a few accessories, 10 has a disproportionate amount of 5 stars drop from it. So 10 is not a bad one to look to as well. So as you can see, we got the AoE burns on there. You can see the Mausoleum Mage, he takes his attack there. And now he starts getting poisons. But the first few hits, he didn't get poisons. If I wanted to, I could actually make him slower as a dedicated tank so that he didn't take his turns and he could just have that immunity up for longer. Like just change his speed boost to like HP or defense and he'd actually work really well in that role. And now they are attacking my Deacon because my Mausoleum Mage had the defense buff. So Deacon's down, doesn't really matter. Now they move on to the Mausoleum Mage. We hit again with the Supreme Gallic. Unfortunately, we almost kill all those Spiderlings, which is a little bit of an issue, but not the end of the world. So there we go. We kill some more. The big boss is going to attack. He heals based on any Spiderlings that are alive, but that's perfectly fine for us. It's not the end of the world once again. He can heal himself up a little because by the time we get to our next attack, Gallic is going to have his skill 3 back, meaning we're going to go ahead and do those AoE burns again. Getting poisons, getting the attack break. Attack break doesn't really matter. It's more about those poisons, meaning we get a little bit extra damage if the boss does decide to go ahead and attack. Spiderlings are going to attack the Mausoleum Mage again. Once again, because we have Tagoar in this team, oh, he's behind my head, rip. Because we have Tagoar in this team, none of this really matters because we just revive them back. So Gallic can die even, doesn't matter. So there we go. We get the AoE HP burn again. Next turn, Tagoar does have his revive back. So Gallic can die here. It's absolutely no stress. And we're perfectly fine. Even if the boss attacks, he doesn't actually steal from the enemies now. There we go. The spiders are still burnt, meaning they're still just going to be chipping that damage every time they move into the boss from those burns. My Gallic does have a gear sit that gives him a 50% chance to give immunity to death instead of dying. And so that's pretty much the way it went. Like I said, something that is absolutely huge in this is definitely the Tagoar. Tagoar is just a huge one for being able to revive your team. Revivers are very clutch in this if you don't have those AoE stuns to control the Spiderlings. Now, if I had an AoE stunner, for instance, once I build my Husk, I could drop my Fayne, my Mausoleum Mage, or my Deacon and be a lot safer and not worry about things killing me as much. You can also use a really nice stun set if you want. There's different ways you can do it, but for this account, which I was trying to demonstrate, I think there's a lot of people playing along with the Supreme Gallic accounts using this link. That is a team that is going to get you through spiders really easily. Once again, if you're really struggling with the boss attacking, you can try using Armager, but I don't think the boss attacking is the real issue in this one. The real issue is Spiderlings killing your whole team. So once again, Tagoar, absolutely clutch for that. Having him fast so that he can get around to his abilities quick enough is going to be very important. Supreme Gallic doesn't really matter too much on his stats. Mine is really well built, but at the end of the day, it's more about the burn damage as opposed to his raw damage that he's applying. If you have a Mordecai, if you have a Geomancer, they're all going to do the same sort of thing. Get those burns on and let them just melt. But that is it for spiders. Once again, I'll just quickly tab through these. In my dragons video, I go more in depth into the stats and stuff of my champions and their gear pieces, but there is a quick look at our gear. Once again, speed is always a really nice thing to have on them. I like to get at least 200 speed on most of my champions if I can. You can see I'm a little bit slow here on the Mausoleum Mage, but hey, it is what it is. Anyway, that is my free-to-play spiders team. As always, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.